commonality amongst all of these multiple verticals that we have in our business today is the fact that they're all single-tenant net lease businesses. So the fact that we have retail, industrial, data centers, gaming, and we've taken this model international as well, that's the common thread that runs across all of our investments and allows for a very efficient business model.
With me today is Sumit Roy, President and CEO of Realty Income Corp. Sumit, thanks for joining me.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
So Realty Income has an investment strategy focused on multiple verticals. How are they performing and where do you see the strongest growth ahead?
Yeah, that's the commonality amongst all of these multiple verticals that we have in our business today is the fact that they're all single-tenant net lease businesses. So the fact that we have retail, industrial, data centers, gaming, and we've taken this model international as well, that's the common thread that runs across all of our investments and allows for a very efficient business model. And and that diversification obviously has its benefits. Today, data centers is the asset class that is most in favor. There's a tremendous amount of demand being driven by AI and cloud computing, and we want to participate in this hyperscale demand for data centers, which I think is going to be a multi-year phenomena. Having said that, industrials continues to perform well. There are pockets of retail that continue to grow in this environment. And on the retail side specifically, there's a trend that we are seeing where there's a fair amount of demand for second generation assets because to do ground up development is extremely expensive today. And so that again accrues to our benefit, having 16,000 discrete properties. International has continued to do well. That's where we've done the majority of our investments year to date. So I'd say we're sitting at a pretty crossroads where, regardless of where the environment goes over the next few years, in terms of the policies that are going to be instituted, what's going to happen to the interest rates, I think this diversification is going to accrue to our benefit. And
what sort of opportunities do you see in Europe? And do you expect acquisition activity there to continue to outpace the US?
Yes, in Europe, we think of the market being a lot more stable. Obviously, we've just gone through an election cycle here, and that's going to have new policies that are going to be instituted. How that's going to play out into the capital markets is a bit of a question mark. But in Europe, we feel like it's a little bit more stable. There continues to be less competition. So that's where the majority of our investments have come from. And we continue to expect international to be a major contributor to our investments.
And can you talk about why Realty Income is looking to create a private capital investment platform and how you see that integrating with your larger strategy?
So along with the diversification on the product side, we want diversification on the financing side. We've been able to diversify on the fixed income side, obviously being able to tap into the European markets, the UK market, as well as here in the US. But we only have one source of equity, and that continues to be our public markets here in the US. And this is a very elegant way to attract a private source of equity that continues to be less volatile, far more voluminous than what's available to us on the public side, sorry. And we believe that this is a natural progression in our business.